No matter what kind of dog you have, this is training the spirit way.
All right, so we're starting with sit. We're going to need some treats. All right, now we got treats. Treats are very important for training the spirit method. So we've got the treats. Now we're going to, for sit, you're going to take a treat. Oh, hold it in a ball. Hold it above your dog's head and say sit. Oh, sit. 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 You can do this with your real dogs as well. Sit. All right. Good boy. Good boy. And when he's sitting, you're going to give him the treat. But if he starts standing, do it again. Tell him sit. And if he doesn't sit, then don't keep telling him sit. Just kind of wait and give him the treat if he stays sitting in sitting position for around 5 seconds. So that's sit. Right after sit, is when you want to teach them down. So basically, for down, you're gonna go sit, sit. Then you're gonna put it on the ground and tell them down. If they're standing up and just sniffing your hands like this, then you need to start on a slippery surface so that all of them goes down. When they lay down, you're going to give this the treat. Now, with this method, you're going to have to practice it every day and slowly fade the treats. So like I start off with giving a treat every time he goes down. But later on, I might do something else. I might down, and then get him up, and then down again, and do it like 5 times before I give him a treat again. We've switched to a different dog, but now we're going to teach stay and come. So for stay, you're going to have your leash, a very long one. You're going to step on the end. Oh, Shadow, sit. Tell them to sit. Good boy, good girl. And just tell them to stay. Stay. Put your hand in front of them. Tell them to stay. Stay. Then slowly back away. But any step they take forward, you take 1 step back and go back up, Shadow. Now tell her to sit again and stay. And if they do it for more than 5 seconds, then you need to grab a treat out of your little treat container and give them that high value reward. Just gradually build up more time that you're going to have them be staying for. So if you started with 5 seconds, now try 10. But every time they take a step forward and they're supposed to stay, you immediately go to them and have them go back. Give them and then you're going to teach them come. So you're going to pat your legs like that and go, come! And then give them cool girl or good boy when they come. So that's what you do. And so that's for come. If they never ever really pay attention to you, you can have them stay, and then you're gonna pull the leash a little and say come, and then when they come, you can give them lots of pats and praise and reward. And otherwise, if they're running away from you or pulling on the leash at some point, you could say Shadow come, and give them a little slight tug on the leash, just for just a tug back a little bit. And when they pay attention to you, good girl. Or if you're if your dog's just completely running free away from you, come, and reward when they come. If they're just not coming, you gotta go back to the leash. The next trick is called on, and you're gonna need a leash again. So just get the dog here and pull the leash a little bit. Let him sniff the item, get used to the item first. If he pushes it, then you might need to go, no. Yeah, but just let him sniff the item first. Then you're going to put a treat on it. If he tries to eat the treat without getting on it, oh yeah, and make sure he's saying on. But if he tries to get the treat first, then don't let him pull back on the leash. And if he's getting his paws on it, then you gotta go, yes, keep going. Talk in a high voice and so you're rewarding him. And if he just will not get on, use some high value treats and stand at the other end of it and block off the other sides. And let him know it's okay to get on, and tell him on, and keep going. Don't force him to get on though. And any signs that he's starting to get it, just reward him and go, yeah. And you can even use a treat, put it in your hand, and then kind of guide him up. But when he's up, you can tell him, sit, and then you can give him the treat on. And once you've learned on, it's pretty easy to teach him off. You can teach him stay up here. And then when it's time to come off, you can tell him off instead of come. So then you're gonna put the treat on the floor and go, off, come on, off. And he'll probably get off. And then if you want to practice all of this together, then you can do this. On. All right, come off. And then you could just walk around and go on, off. Start fading out how much you use the leash. Start using it as a loose leash and go on, and then off. Start to walk away and go off. Then you could start not even using the leash at all. On, off, come on, off. And that's a good job. Next up, you're going to need a treat. Put it in your hand like a ball. And then you're going to tell him, this is for give me a paw. You're going to let him sniff it, but don't give it to him. Maybe touch his paws to try to give him a hint about what he's going to do. So tell me, give me a paw, and you can even lift up your paw and touch it. And the second that you're making his paw touch your hand, give him the treat and tell him that he did a good job. And keep doing that unless he's doing it on his own. So just keep doing that. And whenever his paw is on your hand, immediately click and reward. And tell him it's a good boy. Then you can start with his left paw and tell him, give me a different paw. Give me a different paw. He might keep using his right paw, but if you keep practicing, give me a paw, and then give me a different paw, he's going to learn that this is different paw, and this is just give me a paw. And then once you're done with that, you're going to have your hand out like this and tell him, give me a paw. And if he's not doing it, try the same thing with the treat in your hand. Give me a paw. And then you're going to take the treat out of your hand with this hand, give it to him, but hold his paw like this, because this is how you want it to eventually look like. And while it's like this, you can give him the treat. And start doing this instead of having his paw be on you like this. Start doing this. And when he learns give me both paws, you could even teach him dance and more paw tricks that you can find in advanced tricks section. So go there, and yeah.